episodes from Fine Art Connoisseur. Today I'm very pleased to have a special interview with Kristian Stahl.
4 years ago, I changed careers. I was doing business administration and advertising as a project manager and account director. Then life took a turn and I decided that I could not go on doing that. So I decided to divorce, leave my wife, leave my job, and try to do things right instead. Then I ended up in the jewelry industry in Stockholm, starting from scratch. Since then I have developed skills in gemstones and diamonds primarily, but then I took back some experiences I had when I was younger, when I liked to work with my hands with design. And that is what we see here today, that in 4 years we have created a company dedicated to bejeweled objects, I would say, or objects with precious materials. 4 years ago I got involved in a project together with Audi Sweden, where they chose 4 young designers to interpret an Audi TT Roadster. And I knew at that stage that they had made the right or wrong decision, because they let me into an industry which is design. And I said, now I am going to excel. So I made my contribution to this the tailor-made Audi was a bejeweled gear knob with diamonds, white gold, gemstones, name badge, diamond accented air exhausts, a jewelry collection in addition to that. And 2 years ago I was to go in starting a company dedicated to doing the same to cars, airplanes and boats. But a friend of mine came into the shop and said, you have to meet with our marketing director because you made the Audi project. And I asked, what do you do? We do online poker platforms. Swedes are good at that. And they have made many. Then the seed was planted to do what we are exhibiting here. And that's kind of a special gaming chipset consisting of bejeweled chips. We have spent a lot of time on product development on this, even though one would not believe so. Basically, I'm always trying to work with the finest workmanship and materials available on a global basis. I've spent 4 years traveling the world to find my sources, with whom to work and why doing so. So these chips, they are standard, not standard weight because they weigh slightly more. I've spent a lot of time in Vegas. I've spent time in Macau doing my research to know what the players want, because that was what I was doing when I was doing my advertising career. So I know to do my research. But then it has gone through several stages, but what we see here is a gaming chip, bejeweled, adorned with diamonds, gemstones, a gold rim, synthetic sapphires, sapphire crystals. But my surname translates, Stahl translates to steel. So I think one of the major contributions in this chipset is that in all the chips you can find a piece of steel in it, but it has striations on it, and people knowing about what it is see it immediately, and that's meteorite. So basically, when we found out the idea that we have to put our logo in my surname's material into the chips, because these are customizable to whatever you want to, then we found our sources, or we researched our sources. We found a source for actually Swedish meteorite, and we were lucky because this is most of the materials we work with are extremely scarce. Mostly it's only a few manufacturers in the world that can supply us with what we do. What we do is that we put it together into functional art, so to say. But then it's up to others to decide whether they like it or not. But we started out with a lump of meteorite of basically this size, weighing 13.7 kilos, found in utmost northern Sweden. And we sent it to a very highly specialized company in Germany to cut it up into our logo, basically. And that's what you see in our customized gaming chipset. So it's our interpretation of what a nice looking chipset should look like. It's one of a kind. We have and will always have limited production capacity for what we work with. And sometimes it's really hard to get some of the components, and then it's either waiting or choosing another component. Absolutely. We have found a little path. I have my passion, and my passion is basically gemstones and then colored gemstones. Diamonds to a certain level are highly amusing. You can use them for an enhancement, but it's in the colored gemstone area that I love to work, with the cutting, with the sourcing, with the rough. But then my main is design today, and that I find really simple. And we have chosen today to take a path towards doing more gaming related products, such as backgammon, dominoes. The backgammon is kind of similar to the gaming chipset, you would say, because it's round pieces. But we have other technical solutions for solving that problem. So it will be similar. You will see, what should we say, my signature in it, but it will be completely different. Hopefully the clients will like color.